Welcome to day 35 of me saying you guys must chase your dreams and goals. I really want to say that I really believe in you. Put in the work, put in the effort. Obviously, you write down your goals on like a piece of paper, check down on the days, the months, the weekly times you're actually gonna do your goals for real. Because there's no point trying to say, oh, I'm gonna do my goals, but you don't stick to a consistent plan, you know. Consistency always beats motivation. You can be as motivational as you can within the day, but on those days where you're tired, that's when you're supposed to put in the work. Those days where you feel drained, those days where you feel like you can't do shit, those are the days where you're supposed to do the work. Now, when you're consistent, you will do the work every single day, even on those days when you're feeling motivational, even on those days when you're feeling ass as shit, and you feel like you can't do anything. That is when you do it. That is when you chase your dreams and your goals. Hell feels like heaven, but heaven feels like hell. You can't make your way up the stairs to heaven if it's not a rough path. Not everyone makes it up there. That's why there's so many few millionaires out in this world, because they can bear and witness the hardships that they go through with in life. Now obviously you can be smart and skip those hardships, but you're gonna go through them in life. And being consistent is one way to avoid major ones. I really want to say that don't use comparison in your life, you know. I feel like people nowadays, they compare themselves to people who are way above their level, you know. They could be looking at a guy who did this for 10 years while you only have like 2 years of experience, you know. And comparison, it kills, man. Like, it puts us down. You should never compare yourself to someone else's path, because you don't know what they've been through. You don't know how much work they put in. You don't know what other factors are affecting them in life. You know, they could be a father of 3 or 4 children at home, and that's the reason why he's working the way he is. So never compare yourself to other people. I feel like another thing to achieve your goals is to be humble. You know, be the one that is listening in the room, because if you're able to like stand out in the crowd like that, I feel like you can chase your dreams and goals in whatever path it is in. If it's becoming a millionaire, if it's becoming a influencer, if it's becoming a principal, something that's extraordinary out there. If you can stand out in the room, you can stick to a consistent plan. You can own up to your word. You can do work even when you don't want to do work. Then you deserve it. You know, you deserve every single piece of pie that you take out of your plate at the end of the day, because you put in the work before you reap the rewards. It's not about the journey. Wait, what? It's not about the rewards. It's about the journey. When you look back at your life, you don't look back at what you have right now. You look back at what you did to be there. So don't rush greatness. It takes time to build your life. Now, I really want to say that make time for your family and friends. Um, Obviously you need to time yourself, and obviously make time to do your dreams and goals and accomplish them, and do it consistently. But at least put an hour or two into your friends and family, you know. There's 24 hours in a day. We spend maybe half sleeping, 8 to 10 hours sleeping. The rest you could be eating, shitting for 2 hours. Now the rest of the time, let's say you put in 2 more hours of work, that leaves you with like 4 hours of rest. In those 4 hours you can either do more work, or you can spare an hour or two with your family and friends. Think about your day once. Think about who's there to support you. Think about your support system, your fans, your family, your friends. You're not on this on your own. You might feel like it, but there's a difference between being alone and being lonely, you know. One's a feeling and one's being physical. One's being literally lonely while the other is a feeling. There's nothing wrong with being lonely, but being alone is a problem. Last but not least, don't let someone determine your worth. Okay, someone else's opinion doesn't reflect the actions and worth you put into your life. Thank you guys for watching my video. My name's AK Walks. My real name's Joaquino, but call me Walks. I'll check you guys day 36. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Check you in the next one.